Happening right now at 5:30, former Palm Beach Gardens officer Newman Raja is in jail this morning and is preparing to face a judge after he shot and killed a man stranded on the highway.
We are live with a piece of evidence that led to criminal charges in the death of Corey Jones, plus everything that's happening today. We do want to start with that all-important forecast.
That's right, and a nice start to the day. We've got 74 right now in Vero Beach. It's 80 in West Palm, 72 in Wellington. Top of the morning to you on this Thursday, 78 in Boca Raton. Definitely feeling like summer. 88's a good bet. Later on this afternoon with a 40% chance of some scattered showers, maybe an isolated storm or two around Lake Okeechobee. So we'll call it spotty splash and dash activity with the heating of the day. Very light east winds. But let us track the tropics because this in as of last night, there's a 20% chance over the course of the next 5 days, which puts the timetable sometime late weekend into early next week, for a tropical storm to develop in the Gulf of Mexico. Tropical Storm Colin, the next name on the list, and look where it takes it, across the Florida Peninsula. We would be in the impact zone for some tropical moisture next week. We're talking heavy rains, potential flooding. So I've got further details on this coming up in my Tropics Hit after the break.
All right, Sandra, thank you. Let's take a live look right now. This is the memorial growing at the site where stranded driver Corey Jones was shot and killed by an undercover police officer, Newman Raja.
This morning, former Palm Beach Gardens officer Newman Raja is in jail for shooting and killing Corey Jones. Our Whitney Burbank is joining us live outside the jail where Raja will soon appear before a judge. Whitney.
Good morning, Paula and Aaron. Newman Raja is in this jail awaiting first appearance for multiple charges, the beginning of what's sure to be a lengthy legal process. In the end, if convicted, he could face up to life in prison. The former Palm Beach Gardens police officer was arrested yesterday after the grand jury handed up an indictment charging him with manslaughter and attempted first-degree murder in the shooting of Corey Jones. Back in October, Newman Raja was working an undercover detail when he saw Jones broken down on the side of the road. What Raja didn't know was Jones was on the phone with AT&T roadside assistance, so the conversation between Raja and Jones was recorded. The state attorney says that's how the jury wound up with what became a major part of the decision. In the recording, Raja asks, "You good?" "I'm good." "Really?" "Yeah, I'm good." "Really?" "Yeah." "Get your hands up." "Get your hands up." "Hold on." "Get your hands up." "Drop." Then you hear 3 quick shots. 10 seconds later, you hear 3 more shots.
I'm horrified. I am horrified. He just cold-bloodedly murdered this person. Probably because he was black.
Grand jury today found that the use of force by Mr. Raja was unjustified.
Now, after the state attorney spoke yesterday, we did reach out to Raja's attorney for comment, but he did not want to speak. However, the Jones family will be speaking later on this morning. For now, we're live here in West Palm Beach. Whitney Burbank, WPBF 25 News.
Whitney, thank you. This case all started on the night of October 18th. That's when Raja shot and killed Jones, who was waiting for that tow truck along I-95 in PGA. On October 23rd, the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office took over the investigation and requested the FBI's help. On November 11th, Raja was fired from the Palm Beach Gardens Police Department. He also lost his teaching job at Palm Beach State College. For months, Justice for Corey rallies were held demanding State Attorney Dave Ehrenberg file criminal charges against Newman Raja. And then on April 27th, Ehrenberg announced that he would send the case to a grand jury. And that brings us to now. A grand jury indicted Raja yesterday, finding the use of force was not justified. Raja is now in jail this morning and will face a judge later today. At 10:30 this morning, the Palm Beach County Police Benevolent Association will be holding a news conference to talk about the arrest. And then we are expecting to hear from the Jones family at 11:30. WPBF 25 News will carry both news conferences live on air and online.
Time now 5:34, and I'm following breaking news out of New Jersey this morning. Police say at least 3 people have been found dead inside a home that caught fire late last night in Fair Lawn, New Jersey, which is not far from Patterson. As of right now, officials say it's still unclear if the victims actually died in the fire, because police say that the victims also appear to have sustained gunshot wounds. This is a developing story, and we're going to continue to update you about this throughout the morning. Erin?
Stephanie, thank you. Disturbing details this morning in the search for a murdered woman's remains. Yesterday, detectives were back out at the Hungryland Preserve after sonar images revealed something in the canal. Investigators say they found human teeth, pliers, and saws in the water. Last week, Trisha Todd's ex-husband, Stephen Williams, led deputies to her partial remains after he confessed to killing her. Police say he dismembered her body with a chainsaw. A memorial for Todd will be June 7th, that's at 7 p.m. at the Christ Fellowship Church in Stuart. A local woman who works to protect children is facing charges of her own after police say she left her kids inside a hot car. Boynton Beach police say someone saw Tiffany Sykard's children alone in a car at Publix. When the woman came back, officers say she begged them not to arrest her because she works with the Florida Department of Children and Families. Officers say the windows were rolled down about halfway. However, that was not enough with temperatures above 85 degrees and the engine was turned off.
Time now 5:35. School administrators are alerting parents this morning after a student brought a BB gun to an elementary school. Officers say that it happened yesterday at Limestone Creek Elementary School in Jupiter. They say one student showed the gun to another student who then told a teacher. The name and age of the student involved has not been released. The Fort Pierce Chief of Police is celebrating 1 year on the force.
That's right. Diane Hobley Burney entered as the first female African-American police chief of the Fort Pierce Police Department last year. The former major in Tampa beat out dozens of other candidates. She was brought in to fight the staggering amount of gun violence in the area. Here we are 1 year later. She says we have made a number of great accomplishments, but she says there is more work that needs to be done.
New this morning, a Delray Beach brewery is now getting recognized by PETA for its edible 6-pack beer can rings.
Yeah, we've been following this story. Saltwater Brewery created the rings to save wildlife from getting strangled by or poisoned by the plastic beer can holders. Well, the Compassionate Business Award from PETA honors companies that have done something innovative for animals. Very cool. It's happening right here in our area. How about this one? Loggerhead Marine Life Center releasing 2 turtles from the facility later on this morning. Here's video of another release, also from Juno Beach.
Yeah, the turtles' name is Charleston and Betty White. They were found in a bad condition last year. Fortunately, after months of rehabilitation, they are both ready to go back home.
You always see crowds like that at turtle releases. I think it's so cool.
Great to see. Time now 5:37. Dramatic 911 calls reveal the moment a child fell into a gorilla enclosure.
Hi, my son fell in the zoo exhibit at the gorillas. This is Petting Zoo. My son fell in with the gorilla.
You can hear the panic in that mother's voice as she tries to get help for her 3-year-old son. Coming up next, we're going to tell you the latest in this criminal investigation going on right now.
And a 6-year-old boy calls the police on his dad. What his father did that had the child calling authorities for backup. You got to hear this one.
And the dad ends up laughing.
Yeah.
We'll explain coming up. Be sure to follow your WPBF 25 News Morning team. We're on Facebook, Twitter, on our mobile app. We're all over social media. We'd love and Snapchat, Stephanie says. We'd love to hear from you throughout the morning. We're always on our phones during commercial breaks, so say hello. We'll be right back.